Why is it important to measure child well-being?
Children are the most vulnerable group economically, socially, and physically. There has been much academic and policy interest in the quality of life of people in society and their well-being over the decades. Nevertheless, in Europe today, significant child well-being inequalities exist. Policies to improve child well-being must be evidence-based, and Project Coordinate, funded by Horizon 2020, is helping to make sure that existing data on child well-being is available to both researchers and policymakers. What is the best way to measure child well-being?
Longitudinal survey, which collect data from birth, allow us to see how individuals change over time. They also make it possible to examine how experiences early in life result in outcomes later in life. We are interested in measuring both objective and subjective well-being. It is possible to measure satisfaction with family, friends, school, environment, and self, including psychological dimensions such as self-acceptance, personal growth, competence, autonomy, and purpose in life. How can you compare existing longitudinal survey data on child and young adult well-being?
It is possible to compare existing longitudinal surveys, but there are challenges, because they don't all use the same questions and ask children of different ages. We are helping to improve comparisons by harmonizing existing data. How can the problems of harmonization be solved?
The best way to collect comparable longitudinal data is by implementing the first Europe-wide birth cohort survey on the well-being of children and young people, which will be conducted over the next 25 years. To successfully launch and implement this survey, Project Coordinate is supporting a European research infrastructure that will run the first Europe-wide birth cohort survey, named Growing Up in Digital Europe, or GUIDE for short. Who would benefit from GUIDE?
GUIDE will provide comparative data collected systematically over time on subjective well-being using questions defined by scientists while taking into account the views of children and young people. This new data will provide the information needed for policymakers to create policies based on evidence in order to reduce child poverty and promote their well-being. It will offer a greater insight into topics such as poverty, health, education, and bullying. A comparative longitudinal survey will reveal transitions in young people's lives, including the step from education to the labor market. The data will enable researchers to identify patterns of change, like the dynamics and the factors associated with children and young people being satisfied with their lives. For more information, visit www.coordinate-network.eu.